And we're back, part 2. So, because of my gifts, somebody can't fake no more. They mask is ripped off. That's why they can't come up, because people can see for themselves that who's genuine and authentic, and that's why they looking at this mature woman like she backwards as fuck. This the fake ass Bible thumper, the official person that's not of high honor. They looking at her like she's a thief. That's why they moving on from her, because they finding out who the real abundance is. Mature woman in the reverse, she's a thief. People is moving on from her because they finding out who the real abundance is. Heavy on the, and that she's under judgment, or what she was doing in this courthouse. What's the courthouse? Her low vibing. I asked. She low vibing as fuck. She was in the courthouse saying that I was a low vibrational, that I was crazy, that I was into promiscuity, and that I was a sleep around, and that I sold ass for money. And now people are finding out that I'm this. I don't know if y'all can see it. Hold on. Focus. Yeah, now people is focusing and looking, reading in between the lines. The fuck? Somebody is not chosen. They didn't care. They didn't know my pathway before they decided to evil eye me. What's the judgment? Courthouse. She was in the courthouse saying that I was karmic, and now people are looking at her like she's an op. This divine masculine. She didn't want me to be a boss. She didn't want us to have a new beginning together. She is not to be trusted, or not. He don't trust her. What's the op? They are fighting. Somebody that chose to, this is the same person that chose to be my op, because the voodoo is returning back. Conflict. What's the conflict? They fighting because I don't got an entity attachment. She just didn't want me to be, and my ancestors is rocking her shit. She just didn't want me to have genuine and authentic love. She didn't want me to be loved correctly by a real man that actually like loves me for real, that sees my value and that treats me as such. The fuck. So she did death magic, and I still ended up healing. She tried to block my access and make me a victim by sending in this hired lover. That was his job, to put me in a third party, and it's a no. That's why the voodoo is returning back. Remember, he's supposed to be in a relationship with me. She didn't tell him that he had to be in a relationship with me. Entity attachment in the reverse. That's why they can't bring me legal issues. Exactly. Remember, I'm the only one that's not sick. Right. Ancestors, nice guy, that's not divine. Ancestors is rocking this nice guy shit. He ain't even got no protection. He need to love himself. Ancestors told me to love myself, to get the fuck away from him, that he wasn't nothing special. That's why I'm leveling up. That's why I get these gains. That's why these people got legal issues, and that's straight from the Most High himself. I'm genuine and authentic, and somebody can't run away from what they did to me. They can't run away from what they did to me. They is not to be trusted. They shouldn't have never trusted that they would get this abundance, that they would be lucky in doing this. So they did off of this. They was hoping and wishing and praying. Remember, they thought that they would be lucky. Thieves, these thieves. They getting shocking news that they can't do divination no more. Or that nobody working with them no more, nobody taking their money. What's up with the thief? A thief got paid some money, or he was supposed to get some money, and now he getting a message of concern. What's the thief? He feels set up. He thought he was going to get some money. What's the unexpected money? He wasn't expecting for something to be on the internet. He wasn't expecting to be exposed. Unexpected money. He bound to something that him and the Sagittarius did. What's the Sagittarius? Somebody is confused. What's the confusion? They confused that I'm unbothered and that I'm not crazy. Somebody didn't know that I was of high honor, and now they're in despair because something is true. They can't get what they manifested by saying that I was promiscuous to try and take me out. But they was trying to take me out by doing energy work. They was all invested, heavy on the invested in children. Right now, somebody is isolated and abandoned, or they left alone. The Gemini, that was the other woman. I'm cracking the fuck up because they found out that she was doing glamour spells in order to get him to think she was a gift. I'm cracking the fuck up. In order to get him to work with her, he found out that she pretentious and superficial and materialistic, and that She wanted to harm somebody. Me. And that she worked with this Pisces, and that she sold her soul. Ooh-wee. She sold her soul by working with this Pisces. Ooh-wee. And that she wanted him to be backwards in order to be with her, remember? So he finding this out. So let's see. Somebody is not infatuated with somebody. Somebody couldn't allure somebody, entice somebody. Somebody is not attracted to somebody. Somebody is confused about me being unbothered, or confused that somebody is unbothered. They was expecting that. Or they wasn't expecting that. They didn't know something. They didn't have knowledge of something. But they didn't have knowledge of something. The divine masculine that was doing candle magic. What's the knowledge? They didn't have knowledge of what? That I would awaken to what? That I was a starseed. I'm cracking the fuck up. Somebody is confused. They was unbothered because they had a strong belief that I would not find out and awaken to the fact that I was a starseed. That's what they was trying to block. This karmic femme. Somebody is confused and unbothered. They was expecting for me not to know something. And the fact that I found it out, they know that I'm a starseed. I wasn't supposed to know that this karmic femme was trying to block my divine union so that she could steal it? That's why she can't cause me no destruction. She was trying to bribe somebody to bring me endings? Or she was bribed by somebody to bring me endings. This Taurus, this mama, my mama, the fake ass Bible thumper that people is finding out is not an official. Something about a Capricorn and a coven. What's the bondage? Somebody is bound to something they did. They should have never trusted this mama. What's this? Bondage, trusted, in the reverse. They wish they never trusted some candle magic because something was covered up. And they surprised. Nobody believed in their lies no more. Because I healed from the rituals that they was doing. I'm going to always be a role model. And these people did fraud for me to be backwards, or with a backwards ass Virgo. What's the trusted in the reverse? They shouldn't have never trusted that they would be able to manipulate and control me. What's the no? Who's this Sagittarius? Mind games, confusion, trickery. Out of alignment. A Sagittarius wanted me confused so that somebody could throw me off of balance. They was trying to trap me, and I'm speaking straight facts. They was doing love spells for this group. This Sagittarius is seen as high honor. So this is giving me Aunt Doris. She wanted people to see her as high honor. Or she knew that I was of high honor. And she chose to be my aunt. With her son. This backwards ass rich guy, King of Pentacles. Who's this King of Pentacles in the reverse? Ally and friends. Yeah, they was allies. Her son. King of Pentacles in the reverse. They weren't able to bring me endings, these ops. This mother, son. Yeah, they low vibing. Because I don't trust somebody that was low vibing. Because I know that they was just projecting. They weren't able to bring me endings. And they can't do divination no more. Divination in the reverse. They can't do divination to allure people to work with them no more. Because I'm speaking straight facts, telling the truth about these raggedy hoes on the intranet. It's a message of concern to somebody. They feel set up. It's game over to this weird ass competition and them trying to end me. They can't steal either. People are finding out that they're just projecting. There's some big fat fake phonies. What's the message? Jealous and envious, not mad. Huh? I'm finding somebody is getting the message that somebody was just jealous and envious of me and that I was never mad. I never had a problem with this person. Hello. Message. That I'm still successful. Message. A nice guy. Who's this nice guy? I never did too much. The divine masculine. Who's this nice guy? Copycat Libra. This nice guy tried to copycat the Libra. So this is the old dirty bastard. I never was doing too much. Who's this divine masculine? He was sending me the evil eye because he didn't want me to make it to my pathway. He didn't know something. What he didn't know? What this divine masculine didn't know? He didn't know that I would awaken. That he was working with my witchy sister. With this sister. To come for me. So this divine masculine and this nice guy is the same people. Remember, he was posing as my divine masculine. He was sending me the evil eye. He can't steal my destiny. He didn't know that. He wasn't expecting for me to awaken to how he worked with these family members. Witchy sister. Yeah. To be a part of this community. To play mind games. He wasn't expecting for me to know that. And now he mad. He mad that he partnered up with these people. The chaos magic is returning back to him. He did chaos magic for me to not be a rising star. Now it's returning back to him. That's why he not rising. That's why he's stuck. Yeah, for coming for me. That's how you wanted me. You wanted me stuck. Now you stuck. Courtship. Somebody was jealous and envious. This community dipstick. Courtship. Somebody wanted courtship, was in a courtship with the divine feminine. Courtship. To make me sick. Weak. They're finding out that he was hired to make me sick. That's why he was in a courtship with me. That's why he was in a relationship with me. Is to give me a disease. So that these people would be able to copycat me. All of these people that we just talked about. Courtship. But love always wins. Divine feminine was not fond of somebody, not enamored. That's why they didn't want people to be enamored with me. They didn't want people to be affectionate to me. They didn't want people to admire me because of who I am. So they knew that I was love. So they tried to deprive me from the very thing that is my fuel to my fire. And I know about it. I got cosmic insight about what they did. That's why I'm exposing these hoes. They was playing mind games, trying to buy me. That's how they was trying to buy me. So remember I just said love. So instead of having love, they wanted me to be manipulated, tricked, confused. Do we love me? Do we love me? Not head ass. So that they would be able to bind me with the spell work. High priestess. Exactly. So they can bind me. 1313 on the clock. They wanted me to have attachments. They wanted me to be, well, they needed me to be toxic. They need me to be a whore, sleep around, a bad mom, have drug problems, have addiction habits, be obsessive, compulsive, you know, shit like that. So that they can give me this sickness, this disease. That's why this person traveled. He didn't know that he would be in danger. If he took this job, if he did this work for these people, he didn't know that he would be in danger. He tried to isolate me for this Gemini. This Gemini is the other woman that we just seen previously with the thief card. We was just talking about her. Who was this Gemini, this other woman that worked with this crazy stalker nigga to take me out? Hello. They was invested with each other. They put their work, labor, and efforts into trying to take me out. Okay. I'm not a copycat. I was never copycatting her. It was actually the other way around. I'm not a copycat. Why does Gemini want to take me out? Because the fact that I was an angel had her in her thoughts. She wanted to take me out for a lover. Exactly. Why does Gemini want to take me out? Because she was low vibing. Somebody is confused. What's the confusion? She thought I was low vibing. She finding out that I'm an earth angel. Why does Gemini want to take me out? She's sick. What's the health concern? She's sick about a divine masculine being unbothered with her. She got a strong belief. If you Google expectation, it's a strong belief that something will happen. She has a strong belief that this divine masculine is unbothered about her. And it got her sick to find out he's unbothered because I'm the earth angel and she's a rat. Sewage. Sewer. She's sick. She's sick about this. She's so sick that she did all of this. And we still standing? Oh, baby. Oh, poor girl. She was bribed to do what? I could not even believe this whole time this bitch was paused. Oh my gosh. So this hoe, I don't even know where we left off, but we own this courtship. Somebody partnered up with the divine feminine to make me sick. Okay, boom. Let's go back. So they finding out that I'm the high priestess and that I know that they was trying to give me an attachment and why. And somebody is confused to find out that this Gemini was actually the other woman. This Ice King, this fake ass divine masculine that got back in a relationship, trying to get back in a relationship, the old dirty bastard, he didn't know that he would be in danger if he traveled to me to make me feel abandoned and alone. Somebody is finding out that I don't care about an investment and they had a strong belief that I would, I guess, whatever. That's why they took this job. They finding out that I'm genuine and authentic and that somebody else is sick. Okay, so this person, this third party, where the Gemini? The Gemini, where's she at? The other woman, I cannot believe none of this just recorded. And I looked at it and it wasn't moving and I didn't even think of anything. She's low vibing and people are surprised. Somebody, I'm exposing her ass on the intranet. How she tried to take me out and how she's a stalker. I'm telling about why they wanted me crazy. She finding out that I'm an earth angel and it's driving her crazy. She lied. I never was working for the ops. I'm actually divine and she can't cover it up no more. That her bright idea was to do all of this for my twin flame. And she thought that she would be successful at this by working with this guy here. Okay. So this is how I found out that the camera was off. Let me find that Gemini. Where did Gemini go? So remember months ago I had told y'all that whatever deity that she be calling on and giving offerings to, the deity she work with is on my side. So this whole time she been making these offerings and calling on these deities and they're not fucking with her. She thinks the magic is working and that I'm returning spell work to her. Whole time it's been a backfire. So I asked what was the lie, right? This Gemini lied to her, to the spirit team, to the ancestors, to the dead in order to get a gift. So that's how I found, well, that's where I left off. Okay, so what's the lie here? She ain't have no spiritual rank for what she was asking for, so she lied. What's the gift? And now she heartbroken. She in despair because something is true. Spirit team, light team. Ancestors again. Spirit team, light team, ancestors. Ain't believing her lies. My ancestors is riding her shit because she sold her soul to the devil. That came out too. Oh my gosh. I wish I would have seen that the first time. It was actually quite juicy. I can't believe that this whole time that shit was paused. I kind of want to do it again. Should we do it again and see what comes out? Let's see. I can't believe it. So let's see. Let's do it again. Just so y'all could be here for it. Somebody lied and said that they would be able to play mind games or they would be able to trick me. They told this cool guy, they lied to him that he would be able to trick me. They knew that I didn't do too much and that I would move on from him. They didn't tell him that I was a starseed. A witchy sister. Alright, so let's see what this courtship is. This witchy sister worked with this cool guy. This is the higher lover. They was partnering up for my destiny. They was optimistic that they would get it, and it's a no. What's the courtship? That's why they sold they soul. Working with everybody that sold they soul, working with this Pisces. Courtship. What's the courtship? Somebody put a contract, agreed to be toxic to me. They partnered up to make me sick. Remember, that's what came out first. They partnered up. They put a contract on me to poison me, make me toxic, and to harm me. To break my heart. and to give me an attachment. They needed me to be toxic, have negativity, bad energy, be karmic, have bad habits, have addictions, be obsessive, in order to make me a victim. Now they concerned because they the victim. Courtship. They partnered up with some liars. They lied on me. I was supposed to guide this person spiritually. I was actually an angel sent from God himself to help this person in their life. And somebody lied on me. What's the lie? That they would be seen as high honor if they took this job. What's the high honor? Yeah, from doing chaos magic. And it's a no. The chaos magic is returning back to them, and the death magic. Ooh wee. They had no access to block my access. They wasn't able to block my access. That's why the chaos magic is returning back to a thief. That didn't want people to be fond of the divine feminine. If somebody know I'm genuine and authentic and they want to invest, something is true. What's the real love? I'm not a Jezebel. Work, labor, efforts. A nice guy that worked with this community. He knew that I was genuine, authentic, and not a Jezebel, and he still